within the world of autism, the incidence prevalence rate was considered to be about 4 to 5 per 10,000 people. And now the National Institutes of Health report that 1 in 68 children will be diagnosed with an autism spectrum disorder. So you can see the rise has been amazing and amazingly fast.
Scientists are still investigating the root causes of autism. It is clear that various epigenetic factors play a role. However, stark contrasts within anatomical structures are also evident, as illustrated by these fascicle brain diagrams. We see that the axon projection field is disorganized in the autistic brain in comparison to a neurotypical brain. Through association-based therapy and brain regional interactions, we hope to rebuild the skills lost by this distinguished wiring.
Lingua Franca holds these tenets at its root by including both a child-friendly interface and by fulfilling the role of a virtual mentor. In the United States, 1 in every 68 children ages 3 to 15 have autism spectrum disorder. This equates to a market of 717,000 children who could potentially utilize our application. Although children with autism are the primary audience, Lingua Franca is open to any child who may have related communication disorders, which could increase the market 5-fold.
Here's a prototype of our app, Lingua Franca, from the perspective of a student with autism named Evan. First, Evan will see his goal for the day to guide him in his learning. He'll then choose what he needs to practice. Each module begins with a learning screen specific to a skill. Here, the different facial expressions are matched with their respective emotions. This specific module is personalized for Evan, who's higher functioning and learns best pictorially. Evan's object of fixation, an object that will hold his attention, is a train, so the app incorporates a train-themed design. This object can vary for each child, and the modules will be personalized for each child's chosen object. The visual timer in particular is meant to break Evan's session up into increments so he doesn't feel overwhelmed. Once Evan acquires the skills from the learning screen, his personal avatar or virtual mentor will guide him through a series of questions. In this sample question, he's asked to choose a facial expression corresponding to how he might feel riding a roller coaster. This stimulus is pictorial, but the next few questions will have audio and video stimuli for him to acquire skills through these different mediums. Answering a question incorrectly will prompt him to try again. Answering correctly will result in a positive reinforcement mechanism, encouraging him to keep going. He'll then go through the rest of the questions. For demonstrational purposes, we'll skip past answering them. Now he's prompted to complete a challenge to reinforce the skill he just learned by applying his knowledge to a conversation. This particular challenge encourages him to maintain eye contact by noting the color of his companion's eyes, which in turn will allow him to notice the facial expressions he learned about. Once he's finished, he can pick the body postures module to complete his daily goal. These questions are formatted in a similar way specific to Evan. Since he's completed his daily goal, he sees a congratulatory page, including a coin total, which he can use to redeem for rewards. In addition to teaching foundational skills for communication, a major element of our app is a series of exploratory activities to encourage children to learn about subjects that spark their interests. The specific topic Evan is studying today is ecology. He can learn about the food chain and ecosystems, normally complex concepts, by interacting with the pictures he sees. Once he completes this task, he's prompted to another interactive activity, designed to ensure that he does not solely restrict the content to the app, but rather applies it to a real-world context. Once Evan finishes this and is done for the day, his parents will receive a progress report detailing his learning, and he can come back to practice again.
Through our app, Lingua Franca,
we hope to give
children with autism an opportunity
to be identified
by their strengths and not solely
by their condition.